Hi FCC. We're continuing our series where we get the chance to share some of the stories and the lessons from the life of Jesus. So, about a month ago I was on the phone and I got news that somebody I care about was having some problems with their health. See, they were starting to see and hear things that weren't really there. When I got that news, my heart broke. I started to worry about that person. And I remember that as soon as I got off the phone, the first thing I did was I decided to turn to God in prayer. And I asked that He would be with them in their health and that He would restore their mind. And as I finished praying, I remembered a story from John chapter 4, where there's a man whose son is sick and dying. He learns that Jesus is going to be in a town about 20 miles away. So this man decides to make the journey to go and see Jesus. When he gets there, he asks that Jesus would return with him to heal his son. But instead, Jesus stays there and says, "Your son will live." And the incredible thing is, even though that man's son was home sick and dying, he took Jesus at his word and he trusted that his son would live. So the man began to journey back home, and on his way, he was met by some of his servants on the road. And his servants reported the good news to him that his son was alive and well. But as the man thought about the words that Jesus spoke, he asked his servants, "When was my son healed?" And his servants ended up telling him that his son was healed on the same day and time that Jesus spoke and told him that his son would live. You see, Jesus was powerful enough to heal that man's son from 20 miles away. And as I thought about that story, the following week, when I was on the phone again, I asked how that person's health was doing. And I was given good news that that person was healed, that their mind was cleared, and they were no longer seeing and hearing things. And as I continued to think about that story, I decided to ask when that person experienced healing. And I found out that it was the same day that I prayed for them. So that's why I have this notebook here with me today. And in this notebook, I write down some of the prayer requests I have and write down the amazing things I've seen God do in my life. And I do that so I can share these stories with others. And when we do that, it's called having a testimony and sharing our testimony with people. And we do that so that we can share the incredible things that God has done in our lives to encourage people that He can do the same thing in theirs. So as we get ready to wrap things up here today, I want to encourage everyone to take account of the things that God's done in your life, because you never know how your story will change someone else's story. Thanks again for joining me here today, and as always, I pray that you have a wonderful and a blessed day.